Well, we're rolling now, but I'm with Ralph Van Gelder. Ralph, you had an amazing experience in Mongolia in recent years. Could you explain that to us?
Well, I can tell you that it was really one of the most unexplained and strangest experiences of my life. It was back in 1995, and we were out in the northeastern part of the Gobi Desert in Dornod-Imak in Mongolia, about 450 kilometres east of the railway line of St. Shan. Absolutely flat country, no surface water at all, and we came to this small town, and there were 3 lakes just near the town, about half a kilometre across each. And it was strange to see this water. It's a very famous Buddhist area where every 10 years there's a Buddhist festival at this particular place. Anyway, one afternoon we were there. My friend Dr. Shombadong took me out about 5 kilometres from the town to a spring that is the spring that feeds these lakes. And the scene is that you've got flat country for miles around here, but just where the spring was coming out of the ground, there was a little bit of a mound that had a small fence around it, about half an acre, I suppose, was the fence. And he told me that the water here came underground, because all volcanic country there came underground for about 1,000 kilometres from the north, from Siberia. Anyway, he asked me to come over to the spring, and I said, that's a rather interesting spring, and he said, yes, but he said, I want you to sing to it. I said, what do you want me to sing to it for? And he said, well, if you sing to the spring will answer you. So I started singing Old Man River, which I know fairly well, and as I started to sing, the spring started to bubble, because when we first looked at it, it was very, very flat and very calm. But as I kept singing, it got agitated and more agitated until it became like a boiling cauldron by the time I finished. As soon as I finished, it settled down again. And I thought, that's rather strange. I was looking around for somebody to be pumping the spring or doing something, but here we were way out in the middle of nowhere, and the spring just reacted to my singing or something. So we went away and came back about 20 minutes later, and I sat down by the other side of the spring and let out one long note, and it boiled up again. And that's it. Now, I asked, why is this? And no one could tell me, but I was told that Professor Sanjit would tell us when we got back to Ulaanbaatar. So all that Professor Sanjit said, well, I believe you saw the spring. I said, yes. I said, but what happened? Why did it boil like that? Oh, he said, that's easy. He said, the spring knows that you love the country, so therefore it was going to answer you when you sang to it. And that's the only answer I've got.
So it's really about the connection. The connection that you have. That's the only way to explain it.
That's the only thing that he could explain, but of course he was explaining from a Buddhist point of view.
Of course.
From a straight scientific point of view, that I can't explain it at all.
Yeah. Just wondrous. Thank you, Ralph.
Okay.